So this is gonna be an update. As of recently, this morning, everything just went downhill for TTI. The other name, Timeless Trollge Incident. Because the only developer, which I had no control over, only Storm had control over him. But yeah, since he was basically the co-owner when, in my opinion, he should not be able to have such a rank if he's not. If Storm has not been with said person for a long period of time. But I'm in the middle of like chatting with Jamal, the other former server head admin. It's saying and I will show you what I typed because here's the issue. Next, who now goes by sub the nickname like that's gonna stop me. Okay, so I have their user ID in my note because to be honest, if anyone wants to find them by preventing them from ever to just do anything, this is simply because I do not want anyone else who is developing any kind of game to experience his immaturity. Because all he did was sending NSFW stuff. Like verbally being inappropriate, sending inappropriate images, I think some videos. And it was just simply so that I could not do. The best I could do was delete the messages, images, whatever. But I could not do anything to stop him. And if I even tried to tell Storm to, I don't think he would, because to be honest, Storm was just always licking Nex's boot, basically. And this is his user ID. I can copy again and then paste. That's his user ID. Sorry. Alright. No matter what, this note here will stay up. And if I do ever find him, I will tell anybody in this server if he's at all any kind of developer or something, or co-owner, I'm going to tell them to remove him ASAP because he's immature. He literally will pretty much try to take control of things because he got upset at Jamal for no reason, because his reason was invalid. Because everything was fine for like a few days ago, because we did like a little joke thing. Because, well, there was nothing else to really do. So we just did something to kind of bypass time. And well, after that, it just went downhill in this day. And it just confused me because he didn't give a valid explanation. He just left and told Jamal to off himself. I will not say the full thing because it is just not appropriate on the platform for this. So, I've also edited the Trello. I've archived the information as well. I'm going to have it sideways, but this is what it says. If you want to pause it to read it, then be my guest. Also updated this so that it says that it's not coming. Jamal added this little list here. Pretty much he did the majority of stuff. Former staff manager and game manager. I probably was the person who first initially created the Trello. Has been asked to also make a video on his thing. And it literally sucks because we all were just waiting, okay, for progress. Yet the progress was just stale. Like, there was no new update on something being added to it, such control, no new additional moves, or no anything. It was just radio silent. That's all. That's literally all it was. We were just waiting. The ones that were waiting as the testers, myself, Jamal, and others. And since we were waiting, we had nothing else to really do. Because there wasn't really any bugs that we could have found, necessarily. Especially with it being very, very early in TTIR's progress. And all of this is just so stupid. And literally all I can say is that Next was the one who ruined it, because the valid reasons were not there. As I mentioned, Next destroyed the game because Storm pretty much was too lazy and just did not know better. He trusted Next too much. That was his flaw in this. And he blew up and overreacted because of it. He did not ask Next what the hell happened, why he acted the way he did, why he said the way he thought about Jamal. Okay. If there was a valid reason, maybe there would be something that would differ. But other than that, I cannot, because there is no amount of anything for me to just state. Nothing at all. So I will just leave off with this note that TTI and the Reborn are totally canceled entirely because of one developer blowing up and causing the owner to just overreact. Do not, also, just another thing. Sure, I get it. It's frustrating, but sometimes it's what you should try to look out for. Do not harass Next, but if he's pretty much out there just being odd and unique and whatnot, try to do something about it instead of just ignoring it. Because I cannot do anything, and I don't think Storm would just do anything because he would just not listen. If Storm put up with the stuff that Next was sending, there was a whole ass log in the server before he deleted it of Next sending shit like that. Alright. And he did nothing. So, It's not our fault. It's Nex and Storm entirely. Storm for just not doing anything to properly maintain a firm and strict grasp on what Nex was doing. He's the one who hired him. He's the one who should have managed what he was saying, what he was acting, and what he should have been doing. Sure, he was a developer that knew better in coding and whatnot, but that's not the thing. The thing is, he should not have been able to have a certain priority over the server of a rank to just screw other things. Just see me recently this little bit. So my guess, if you're saying I'm evil, and that's very recent, I think he's actually just doing this because he just got done with the game. He just not wanted to put effort into it, and he just said, fuck this game, I am just going to leave it. So I'm going to point my finger at someone whom I dislike the most and make a whole bit over it. Well, I'm sorry, Next Vile, but you are not slick. Not one bit. Not ever. Because, good lord. I'm gonna pause. And I haven't blocked, but I have his thing here. I don't care. I just want this to be known. This is his user. He literally does not have any way of, in my eyes, at this point. Because if you ever see him in your game as whatever rank, please warn, if you are just a lower rank who's just joining, or if you are just a user in any kind of thing, please warn the owner and co-owner about Nex so that they do not fall victim to whatever crap he's doing or being manipulated. Alright. So that's all. And sorry for this whole rant and drama, but it needed to be said. But still, it's just a warning to not let this man control everything in your games or servers. To limit him, make sure you have backups too, because if he's going to have access to your games, you want to have backups of your game in case he tries to nuke it. Because he could be petty as hell like that. Because he was so petty that he constantly was de-ranking Jamal's rank from server head admin to like nothing. I was constantly trying to re-add it, and he just kept removing it. So he's going to be petty. I'll say that. But I also want you guys to know that it should not be in any reason valid for him to do that without a good enough reason. Alright. So other than that, that's all I will say now. I'll stop the video. Peace, guys.